Why is it that routine can make or break us? It either leaves us feeling entrapped in our own lives or liberates us. In order to promote this second feeling, I'm going to propose a 3-part method that allows you to incorporate your desires into everyday routines. So first, I'll explain the importance of personal pursuits and how to assess them with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And this hierarchy will provide reference point as I explain 5 categorized hobbies that can benefit you. And finally, I'll touch on time management so you can integrate these outlines to balance personal goals with mundane obligations. So to start, Lei Sao was an ancient Chinese sage who founded principles of Taoism. He once scribed, quote, "Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to," unquote. He's essentially referring to the notion that we need to proactively make time for what we desire to achieve, not wait for us to stumble across it. As students, a majority of our time is inherently dedicated to school and other forged commitments such as extracurriculars. And while degrees are very significant as we grow towards adulthood and thus independence, securing a career for financial stability cannot fulfill us entirely. And this idea is supported by Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is a motivational theory in psychology that can be visualized on this pyramid. The theory suggests that people are motivated to fulfill basic needs before moving on to more advanced needs. So there are 5 levels to this pyramid leading up to self-actualization, which is essentially our core desire to fully utilize or exploit our talents and potentials. The most basic levels, 1 and 2, refer to our physiological and safety needs. And in order to climb to higher states of fulfillment, we must secure these primary needs first. School positions us for a career, which arguably falls under these first and second categories because a career provides us with financial security, which in turn gives us basic needs like clothing, food, shelter, water, a place to rest. So unless we believe that our career can singularly bring about our fulfillment, we in turn deny ourselves of other needs by focusing all our time and energy on an education and thus our future financial success. So how do we determine a balanced use of our precious time? Perhaps the best way to achieve self-actualization is to choose 5 hobbies that invigorate regions where fulfillment is commonly found. One hobby should account for a side hustle, perhaps a part-time job or just additional support in your studies. Another hobby for your physical well-being. I encourage you to choose a form of exercise you approve of. Your third hobby should be one that expands your knowledge, and I promise you there are plenty of forums to keep you curious. Your fourth hobby should be a creative endeavor, as these pursuits promote the reduction of anxiety and depression. Your fifth and final hobby should be one of social connection. So whether that be spending some time with a friend or joining a club of like-minded individuals, intimacy and connection is of significance. I ask you to contemplate hobbies that fit these categories and are compatible with you and your interests. So now that we've looked at the importance of goals and how to determine them, it's important to apply these activities to a logistical 24-hour time scale. J.P. Vaswani once said, "Self-discipline, punctuality, and time management are very important, for life is short, and every resource you have must be well utilized so that you can find enlightenment and liberation, your ultimate goals." So how can we fit so many goals and obligations in a day? The first step is to write a daily agenda and outline time dedicated to obligations such as sleep, meals, and school. Next, we can budget in each of our 5 selected hobbies using small time increments, perhaps 15 minutes each, which may not seem significant, but I promise you routines and thus results accumulate over time. So if there is any takeaway from this message, please alter your routines with 3 standpoints we have considered today: your needs for fulfillment as assessed by Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the 5 categorized hobbies to benefit you, and time management. I promise you this method will allow your career and personal life to flourish simultaneously as you begin to integrate personal desires into mundane obligations. Thank you.